So good morning, class. And I will be your teacher, Ged101 and we will be learning a lot today. Okay, so before we start, I want to ask you if you had your breakfast. Okay, very good. So dapat tayo mag-breakfast every day para hindi tayo gutumin at antukin sa classroom. Okay? Okay, so let us all stand up and have our prayer. Amen. So after that, we will be having our everyday exercise para ganahan kayo makinig kay teacher. Okay? So let's dance the head, shoulder, knees, and toes. Okay? Okay, thank you very much for participating, class. And now, okay, so now I will be collecting your assignments. Okay, so then they pass it to the front, and then please be seated. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. And now, do you remember, class, our classroom rules? We have 3 golden classroom rules. Okay, so first we have be on time. Huwag tayong malilate kasi dapat palagi tayong nanguna sa klase para hindi maghintay si teacher, okay? And the second one is be good to your teacher. Of course, makinig palagi kay teacher at huwag mag-iingay. Okay? And the last one is to respect your classmates and your teacher. Okay? So, naintindihan ba? Okay. So, what was our last topic yesterday? Okay, so it's about printmaking in. So what was our last topic for yesterday? Okay, so kahapon we did our P class, right? But so ngayon naman is ang gagawin natin is malalearn natin kung paano mag-print sa damit. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung mga damit natin na may print? Okay, sino yung may print yung damit? Okay, so ikaw. So, di ba may print yung damit mo? Okay, so paano nga ba ito na printan or nalalagyan ng mga pictures sa damit? Okay, so yun yung malalaman natin ngayong araw. So before we start, we have our activity, the crossword puzzle. So you will solve this crossword puzzles and mahanap mo dito ilan sa mga salita na matutunan natin today. Okay, so please, sino po ang magpa-participate is mabibigyan ng plus points. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, so let us start our lesson. Okay, so our lesson will be the 5 senses of organ. Okay, so before we start, let us have our activity. Okay, so our activity is a crossword game and you will find the words there that is related to our topic. Okay, so who wants to answer in the front? Okay, thank you so much for participating. So our objectives at the end of the lesson, the learners will be able to identify the 5 senses of organs and their functions. So I think you are all familiar with the 5 senses of organ, right? Okay, number 2 is describe how each sense organ helps us interact with the environment. And number 3 is to demonstrate ways to take care of the senses of organs. And number 4 is to participate in simple activities showing the importance of the senses in daily life. Okay, so let us start. Okay, so our lesson is the sense organs. Okay, so the sense organs are the body parts that tells you about things in your surroundings. Okay, so there are 5 senses of organs. We have eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and skin. Okay, so these 5 senses of organs or human body senses is these are very important to us. Of course, we are human and we use each of those senses of organs to our daily life. Okay, like for example, the first one is the sense of eyes. Okay, so our eyes is the sense of organ for seeing. It is the eyes. Okay, as you can see in the picture, it is our eyes. And you can tell also the size, color, and shape of an object because of your eyes. Okay, so masasabi natin kung ano yung shape ng isang object, uh, yung color, uh, yung texture nito. So that's because you can tell uh, the you can tell the color of an object because of your eyes, right? So you can also describe things in just by seeing it, right? So uh, you can see the nature or the beauty of the surroundings because you have your eyes. Okay, so if I have a question, so if a person cannot see, what can be the possible things might happen? Okay, so the possible things that might happen is you have a blurry eyes, you can't see, you may bump into things, and also it's very dangerous if your eyes will be more blurry, right? Okay, so there are people who has a myopia, yes, and other diseases of the eyes that can cause our eyes for us not to see clearly. Okay, so we must take care of our eyes very often. Okay, so next one is ears. Okay, so our ears is our sense of organs for hearing, right? So yan yung sense of organs natin para tayo ay makarinig. Okay, so we can tell if the sound an object makes us using your ears, and to let us know where the sound is coming from para malaman natin kung saan nagmumula ang isang sound. Okay, so our ears can hear both soft and loud sounds, or the pleasant and unpleasant sound. Okay, so what are the examples of pleasant sound? Yan yung mga magandang pakinggan. Okay, like for example is lullaby, when our mom sings us before we go to sleep, right? So, for example naman sa unpleasant sound. So, we have these pictures here of an unpleasant sound. We have the car that is beeping, or just by passing by is not too good or unpleasant in our ears. And another example is the thunder or the storm. Okay, so it makes us fear the thunder, right? Okay, so another thing is we have the nose. Okay, so our nose is very important also. So it is a sense organ for smelling. So this is how we can smell things that surrounds us, like for example the food, the trash, of course, and anything that is anything that you can smell. Okay, so another sense of organ is we have the tongue. Okay, so our tongue is our sense of organ for tasting. Okay, so it has the taste buds where you can taste different food while we eat. Okay, so there are 4 kinds of taste. These are the sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. Okay, so what food did you taste sweet? Okay, so the examples are the cake or cookies and everything that is sweet. Okay, so ano naman yung mga sour? Okay, so ang example nito is the lemon, the kiwi, or anything that makes us, right? Okay, so the next one is the salty foods. Okay, so like for example, chips, the dried fish, or anything na, or most of the food we ate is salty. Okay, so the last one is our skin. So our skin is our sense of organ for touching. Okay, so this is how we feel things. Okay, so mararamdaman natin kung masakit ba yung may tusok ba, or hindi ba pwedeng hawakan ang isang bagay kasi masakit siya sa skin natin. Okay, so we must take care of our skin. Okay, so naintindihan ba, class? Okay, so if you understand, let us have our activity. Okay, so This is called Guess Who's Sleeping. So I'm going to group yourselves into two, and one of you will be chosen blindfolded. Okay, so blindfolded sa inyo, and then the other teammates will not speak. Okay, so yung napili natin na blindfold will touch, smell, feel the object and guess what it is. Okay, so I have box here, and I will be putting some objects there, and then you will be uh, the 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 one who's been chosen. Okay, so they will try to touch it, to feel the object and guess what it is, and those group who will have more points will be the winner. Okay, so let us start. Okay, thank you so much for participating. Okay, so for our quiz, you're just going to match the senses of organs to where it belongs. Like for example, the number one here is nose. So where do we use the sense of what do we use in sense of smelling? Okay, so there you have here the sense of smell. Okay, so are you done? Okay, thank you so much. For our assignment, please write it in your piece of assignment notebook, and answer these following. Okay, so read the following words and write what sense of organ should we use. Like for example, number one, salty egg. So how do we describe? How do we know if the food is salty? What do we use? What sense of organ do we use? Okay, tongue. Very good. Okay. So, thank you very much, students. I hope you understand our lesson for today, and have a